Paige Shortsleeves is the organizer of PEACE, people engaged in active community efforts with 28 congregations, and we are one of them.
Thank you, Ron. Good morning. It's good to see you. And I'm sorry that I ran in at the last minute. I forgot about traffic and all the things coming down here. So it's good to be with you, and thank you for inviting me to share a few words about PEACE in your opening words today. So as Ron just said, my name is Paige, and I'm the lead organizer with PEACE. PEACE is a coalition of 28 congregations across Palm Beach County. It's 50,000 members, people of faith that are called to love their neighbor as themselves, and we're really proud to call UUFBR one of our members. And today I will actually want to continue by centering us in the word of Reverend Jesse Jackson, an organizer, a champion for democracy, and someone who understood something that we too often forget, our interdependence. Reverend Jackson knew that when systems of injustice harden, like the pharaohs of old, the only way forward is together. No one community overcomes injustice alone. No one congregation changes a community or a county by itself. Transformation only happens when we unite. In his 1988 Democratic National Convention speech, Reverend Jackson reminded us that America is not a blanket woven by one thread, one cloth, one color. It's a quilt. It's patched and pieced together, bound by a common thread. When we form a great quilt of unity and common ground, we have the power to bring about real great change. And that's what PEACE does. We build a quilt of people power across Palm Beach County, bound together by our shared commitment to justice, to fairness, and we bring together people of all walks of life, those who have a lot, those struggling to get by, immigrants and refugees, and families who have been here for generations, people from Boca to Jupiter and over to Belgrade and Pahokee. We stitch together this quilt of people who care, people who say, "Not on my watch," and then we act together to make our county a better place for everyone. But while we're building this quilt, while we're putting it together, we also have to be honest that there are forces that benefit from our division, from our divide. When people are separated by race, income, immigration status, neighborhood, power stays concentrated, stays in the hands of a few. Division protects the status quo. Unity redistributes that power. And that is why unity matters so deeply, not just because it's a buzzword that we say a lot. And right now, we're living in a time where division feels loud, louder than ever. And it's easy, I know I feel it, to feel overwhelmed, to feel discouraged. It's easy to wonder whether anything we do will make any difference. And we have a choice. Do we throw our hands up and say it's too hard? It's too broken? Or do we get to work stitching our next patch onto our quilt of justice? Reverend Jackson famously said in that speech, "Both tears and sweat are salty, but they render different results. Tears will get you sympathy, sweat will get you change." And I don't know about you, but I have shed one too many tears in the last year over the state of what is happening in our community. And how can we not? Our community is being torn apart. Families are being terrorized because of their status. Folks are living on the street in one of the wealthiest communities in the country. We're seeing fear when there should be safety and love. We can and we should feel our grief. Grief is a real emotion. And our faith and our faith journeys do not end in grief. Especially those of us with privilege have an obligation to turn our tears into sweat, to move from sympathy to action. So this quilt we're talking about doesn't build itself. I wish it did. It's stitched by people who decide to show up, who decide to act. And that's why I invite all of you to join us this year at the Nehemiah Action Assembly on Tuesday, March 24th at 7 p.m. This is also in the e-blast. That evening, 1,600 people, our metaphorical quilt, will gather in one room on one accord, and we will ask our elected officials to act on issues like immigration and police community relations and affordable housing, things that we care about. And when we show up in numbers, things change. There will be a bus coming from UUFBR. There will also be 2 buses coming from First United Methodist over in Meisner Park. So we have 3 buses coming from Boca that are free for you to get on if you need a ride. Betty and John Tilton, they're gonna have a sign-up sheet next week, and you'll be able to sign up for that bus. And if you wanna learn more about how you can be a part of the work of peace, not just by attending the Nehemiah Action one night, but how you can help build our quilt year-round, please stay after service. We're gonna do a brief meeting about what PEACE is, how you can plug in, and we're gonna do it right here after service.
That will be in the Parker room.
Sorry, in the Parker room, thank you. And so Reverend Jackson told us to keep hope alive. He ends that speech by repeating that phrase over and over, keep hope alive. And that is hard. And hope is not passive. Hope organizes, it shows up, and hope sweats. And so as people of faith, as people on a moral conscious journey, we know our lives are interconnected. We believe that. And we believe that none of us are free until all of us are free. And so the future is not decided by the powerful alone, by the folks in high office. It's shaped by ordinary people like you and me and all the others that are part of PEACE who decide to stand together. We are the patches, we are the threads, and together we are gonna make a quilt of justice so that Palm Beach County can be the best it can be for everyone, not the few. And so I look forward to building that with you. And thank you for letting me share a few words.
Hold on. Did you mention that there will be buses and there's a sign-up schedule and there will also be brownies?
Yeah, I forgot the food.
If you bring them.
I've heard about the infamous brownies, and so I'm a little jealous that I will already be up there. So someone bring me a brownie, please, from the bus. But the buses will be leaving from here at 5:30 p.m. And so I know there will be talks about folks maybe gathering at 5 p.m. here, so you can share food, brownies, all of that jazz. But Betty and John next week will have a sign up with all of that in the back, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Paige, you are small but mighty.